Pfas Children's Hospital. That's Nightly News. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
The stakes are higher than they have ever been.
Best performance of the night. You have a good chance of winning this whole thing.
In his Wisconsin, teens can buy AR-15s, but laws that stop domestic abusers from getting guns won't happen here. Our taxes could go up $500 million, and we help fund Milwaukee private schools while our public schools go broke. And fake election investigations?
Was the election rigged? Was the election stolen?
They go on forever. That's Tim Michael's radical divisive agenda, but we don't have to take it, because it's not his Wisconsin, it's yours.
Dan, Jessica, and Jeff bring you the news and weather from where you live weeknights.
Straight ahead, two sisters are breaking barriers while barefoot. The competition they're gearing up for next.
Plus, Forest County is combining several economic positions into one, how they're working on developing their tourism industry.
And a family is on edge after an intruder breaks in. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. News Watch 12 at 6 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Dan Hayden.
And I'm Jessica Jukic. The fall sports season is just kicking off. We had tennis today and we'll have football tomorrow.
But right now, many teams are opening up their swimming season. News Watch 12's Saul Meyer is in Merrill right now covering the meet. Saul, how's it going down there?
Dan, I'm at the Merrill Area Recreation Center for the Fun in the Sun outdoor relays, where multiple high schools are having their season opener for girls swim and diving. Those schools are the Host Merrill, Black River Falls, DC Everest, Ladysmith, Lakeland Union, Marshfield, Rice Lake, Spash, Tomahawk, Wausau West, and the always dominant Rhinelander. The Hodags absolutely dominated last year and are already looking strong like always here. And even though it's only the first event of the year, they're still looking to break records and win this event. Reporting live here in Merrill, I'm Saul Meyer, News Watch 12.
Thank you, Saul. Looks like a great day to be swimming.
Meteorologist Conrad Sapinski joins us now. Conrad?
Yeah, it's actually a great day out there. A little bit chilly to swim outside especially, but don't worry, it's going to get warmer. It's still middle of August, so we still got plenty of time for the air temperatures to warm up. But right now, we are under some mostly cloudy skies. This batch of showers that actually tried to reach Rhinelander 2.5 hours ago dissipated. We have a lot of dry air in the region, which is pretty much killing off all of that rain. But we're not going to be in the clear for long. More showers will be in by the overnight hours. And the rain is indicated here by the temperature radar here. The yellow is showing where the temperatures are a little bit cooler going into the Northwoods. That's because of all that rain and all those thicker clouds in the region. And then where it's clear, temperatures are in the 80s and 90s. So it is just an upper Midwest type of low pressure system. Not a big one at that, as temperatures are in the 70s across the Northwoods. Our average is supposed to be around 77, so slightly cooler today compared to our average high this time of year. Same thing in Eagle River and Land Lakes, and will continue to cool off into the upper 50s.
Governor Tony Evers today announced the Wisconsin Pfas Action Council released its 2022 Pfas Action Plan Progress Report. The state is focusing on reducing PFAS, human-made chemicals that have been linked to cancers. This year, Evers invested a $1 million investment to collect and dispose firefighting foam that contains PFAS. So far, the state has sampled more than 125 municipal drinking water systems, 100 wastewater treatment plants, and hundreds of drinking water wells. The state also recently announced a lawsuit against 3 Wisconsin manufacturers whose conduct led to PFAS contamination.
Meanwhile, Governor Evers is focusing on conservation projects across Wisconsin. Today, he announced a $4.5 million investment in conservation projects in several counties. In Forest County, they'll work on sustainable county forest management in the town of Nashville. They will also work on enhancing recreation access, safeguarding watersheds, and wildlife habitat. The state is also working on forest management and putting in new playground equipment at the Milwaukee Public Schools outdoor spaces. The projects are being funded by the American Rescue Plan Act.
Republican gubernatorial candidate Tim Michels appeared in Minocqua today at the Oneida County GOP headquarters. It's part of his unity tour after a difficult primary election against former Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Clayfish. He touted his business background in Michels Corporation, a construction company he and his brothers inherited from their father. Michels' running mate Roger Roth and Congressman Tom Tiffany all spoke at the event as well.
Forest County has experienced a facelift this month in the form of a combination of organizations. The Forest County Chamber of Commerce, Economic Development Corporation Partnership, and Tourism have come together under Chris Schaefer, the new executive director. He's excited to bring new life to the community.
There's no task that we can't fix. We've got some great help coming on board, and we're just going to be positive about it and work through everything.
Schaefer and his new staff have big plans for the county. This includes hosting their yearly $10,000 raffle with tickets costing $100 each. There's also buzz around year 2 of the Crandon Rocks with live music, races, and even a parade.
In the next 14 days, we're going to have a great 4-day run here. We have the Crandon Rocks promotion, 2022 Crandon Rocks here in Crandon, Forest County. Again, that's going to start on September 1st, on Thursday, September 1st.
People looking to attend can also enjoy safe, free transportation during the 4-day event. Shuttles will take people downtown to the raceway and even to lodgings. In his new role, Schaefer's looking forward to connecting with businesses and promoting their unique features moving forward.
A Milwaukee family of 3 is now traumatized after an intrusion into their home. The mother of 2 heard her children screaming. She immediately grabbed her gun, shooting and killing the man. Bruce Harrison has the story.
Showering up for work, a routine morning shockingly disrupted. A mother on this block says she heard the screams of her children and a strange man. I spoke directly with the mother, who asked we not share her name, face, or even voice for fear of retaliation. Dripping wet, she says she ran to her bedroom, grabbed her gun, and faced down the intruder. She says the man charged, undeterred by her dogs, and she shot him in self-defense. Community activist Bushra Rahman helped clean up the home after authorities removed the body.
She was scared because her children were there with her, so she did what any mother would do. She defended her children. And
police have not identified the man. They arrested the mother and then released her several hours later after questioning. Police have now referred the shooting to the district attorney's office.
In today's day and age with mental health and everything else that's taking place in the world, I mean, you better protect yourself. To be honest, you have to.
The mother says her children are traumatized and they'll move out once they find a new place to live.
It was an act of self-defense. Somebody comes in your house, what do you call it? Yeah.
The mother says she bought the gun 10 years ago after finding a man sleeping under her son's bed. She said she had never hoped she'd have to use it.
Coming up after the break, gender could play a role in cardiovascular disease symptoms. That's after weather with Conrad right here on Newswatch 12.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
See the exceptional selection of jewelry at Golden Carat Jewelers. Artistic handmade jewelry by Michu and Bella Trois. Fashion-forward designs by Mira T. and Frederick Sage. The latest trends and the forever classics from Pfas at Barcelona, Catan, and more. Your full-service jewelry store in downtown Minocqua, Golden Carat Jewelers has a surprise for everyone.
Did you know you can start your 4-year degree locally and get the same college experience closer to home? From the moment you step onto our campus, we'll be there for you, supporting your dreams, saving you money, and giving you a well-rounded academic and social experience with student housing, clubs, sports, and leadership opportunities. With NTC's liberal arts transfer degree, you can start here and go anywhere, including guaranteed transfer to UW-Madison. North Central Technical College, transferability made easy.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead costs.
At U.S. Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
U.S. Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
It's Slumberland's anniversary sale, and to celebrate, we're stacking the deals. Buy any sofa or sectional and get 20% off your second purchase. Now for the stacking, get another 20% off both items.
20 plus another 20?
Yep, and there's more. Buy any recliner or accent chair and get 20% off your second purchase. And stack an additional 20% off both items.
Discounts? On top of discounts?
Plus, we are still offering great special financing at Slumberland Furniture.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
Good afternoon and welcome back. A pretty nice day out there right now. A little below our average of around 77 as we're hovering around 70 degrees in Rhinelander right now with a southwest wind at around 8 miles per hour. So it's looking pretty good here right now with Wausau coming in slightly warmer at a 73-degree reading. A little bit lighter winds coming in from the south at around 6 miles per hour. But same story there. Just a few passing clouds, rain-free at the moment. Temperatures below average across the whole entire state, as we do have some 60s and 70s right now. Those 60s closer to Medford, that is because it's raining there in some of those isolated locations, really cooling things off from the 70s back into the 60s. So all across the state today is a pretty quiet day with temperatures below average. But tomorrow, though, temperatures are going to slightly rise with that rain sticking around. So it's going to be same story as what's going to happen overnight tonight, as those isolated showers will just continue moving east and all across the Northwoods. We actually had a bigger rain batch right over here 2.5 hours ago, but all that just dissipated. It really dried out, as we do have a good amount of dry air in the region. That's not really going to last long, as that air is just going to keep getting more and more saturated overnight. And then same thing into tomorrow, as that counterclockwise rotating low is just spinning across the upper Midwest. It's going to be sticking around here for quite some time, actually, all the way through Sunday. So the next couple of days, we got to deal with that rain and temperatures near average in the 70s with a couple of even thunderstorms out there. So we'll keep an eye on those, about how strong they're going to get, especially by Saturday. Looks like tomorrow is going to be pretty good with mostly non-severe, but never know with these thunderstorms developing later in the afternoon tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be a good rainmaker as well. Some locations might get over 1 to even 2 inches of rain indicated here in the blue and the purple. So all across Wisconsin, we're all going to get some rain. Some locations 1/2 inch, some near 2 inches. It really depends where those cells are going to start to really line up the next 2.5 to 3 days. But winds are not a big issue either right now, as we do just have a 10 to maybe 15 mile per hour sustained wind across the region, coming in with an 8 mile per hour wind here in Rhinelander. Most of it's coming from the southwest right now, but temperatures tonight are going to cool down and near average and hover in the upper 50s with some showers and thunderstorms, and that fog will start to develop really late overnight and by the morning hours, as our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show lots of clearing starting Monday. Dan and Jessica?
Thanks, Conrad. Crandon is home to the Barefoot Waterski Figure 8 National Championships. It returns this Saturday with nearly 200 skiers expected to compete.
A pair of Northwoods girls are among the favorites for the championship. Newswatch's 12's Matt Weaver took a boat ride with them to hear about their connection.
For most, skiing on 2 skis is hard enough. Hit it! But imagine doing it barefoot around the lake.
I train, I do figure 8s. Step your feet into the water, you're going about 40, 42, and you're head to head against another person, and it's whoever falls first.
With hundreds of skiers expected to battle it out at the Footstock Figure 8 Barefoot Championships, it's crunch time for 2 locals.
It's a little scary. It's a lot of pressure sometimes, because it's hard to focus on yourself when you have a person skiing right next to you that you're competing.
For three-time defending women's champion Sophie Miljevic, her focus remains on staying at the top.
I just look at the boat. I just blank them out.
But one competitor is hard to ignore. Her training partner is also her sister. They spend most of their summer getting reps head-to-head.
Just like out on the water, not only barefooting, but just skiing every single day. And just getting in a bunch of training runs, waves, whips, and everything else.
If one thing goes wrong, it's over.
If your toe goes in the water, you just like tumble. And so like at any time you could fall, so you kind of have to stay super duper focused, make sure your feet are always in the right place. If there's spray in my face, I try to like adjust my feet or like adjust my hands or something.
In last year's women's draw, Ella fought her way into the championship, only to fall to her sister.
It was a figure 8.5, and I ended up winning that one, so that put me to the top of the losers bracket, which made me go against my sister.
While the tournament will separate the weak from the strong, the champion from the runner-up, it won't separate the bond between these two.
It doesn't really matter to me if I don't do good against her because she's my sister, so it doesn't really matter in the end.
In Rhinelander, Matt Weaver, Newswatch 12.
In just a few weeks, newly updated COVID-19 boosters should be available in the U.S. The boosters will help protect against the new Omicron variants. That's according to the White House COVID-19 response coordinator.
These are substantial upgrades in our vaccines in terms of their ability to prevent infection, to prevent transmission, certainly to prevent serious illness and death.
White House COVID-19 response coordinator Dr. Jha says the fall and winter could be tough in the U.S. if the flu makes a comeback. The U.S. has seen little to no flu spread for the past 2 years, largely because of COVID-19 mitigation measures like masking.
A new study finds that when it comes to cardiovascular diseases, symptoms can differ between men and women. A recent review from the American Heart Association finds that women are more likely to report more symptoms in addition to chest pain when it comes to a heart attack compared to men. Women with heart failure are more likely to have depression and anxiety and report a lower quality of life compared to men. However, men are more likely to report chest pains than women with valve disease. When it comes to strokes, symptoms can include a drooping face, arm weakness, speech difficulty, and confusion. However, women are more likely to have additional symptoms such as headache and altered mental state. 2 college students are working to identify more bees. We'll break down their efforts after the break.
Menards has the products you need to tackle any job. Shaw has the perfect flooring for your home. From luxurious carpet to easy to install laminate flooring and waterproof vinyl plank, Shaw Flooring is 11% off. Get a remarkable paint at an incredible value with Pittsburgh Ultra Interior Paint. It's a paint and primer in one that provides a durable finish. A gallon of Ultra Flat Interior Paint is $19.55 after 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Located in the heart of Merrill, the pizza shop has been family-owned for 3 generations. Come on in for delicious handmade pizza, cheesy breadsticks, and our new delectable chicken wings.
Whether you're looking for fast excitement or casual pleasure, Tomahawk Sports Center can fit your needs. Snow, dirt, or water, Northern Wisconsin's one-stop shop.
Coldwell Banker Action Real Estate agent Gail Abeglin values the competition, growth, caring, and responsibility that 4-H enhances in our children. Good luck, 4-H'ers.
It's time to amp up the fun at your local Ford dealer. The summer supercharged sales event is here. So stop by your Ford dealer today and check out great offers on select Ford vehicles. Then discover how Ford can take your summer to a whole new level. Choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% APR financing for 66 months.
I'm Mandela Barnes. People like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, they're bringing big, bold ideas to Capitol Hill.
Radical ideas funded by the taxpayers.
Free public higher education. We need an immigration system that says that no human being is illegal. We can start by making sure that immigrants have access to driver's licenses and in-state college tuition.
And guess who's going to pay for all that? Wisconsin Truth Pack is responsible for the content of this advertising.
If you like to drive and you enjoy telling people about how much fun it is behind the wheel of some of the hottest and coolest vehicles on the road today, you should look into a sales position at Kasurik Automotive. It's satisfying in so many ways, and Kasurik is well known for turning it into a well-paid, rewarding career, not just a job. If that fits who you are, or if you've always thought you might be really good at it, we're ready to help you discover that potential. Start your adventure at KasurikCareers.com.
Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Bone and Joint Walk-In Care.
Rhinelander's Nicolay College launched a new arts and enrichment program.
It includes live performances, community education classes, and art exhibitions. On the theater front, the Nicolay Live Performing Arts Series will feature 5 different events through December. That includes 3 concerts, a TEDx presentation, and a performance by the Nicolay Players Community Theater Troupe. Nicolay has several classes for people to explore and develop their artistic interests as well, including ceramics and stained glass classes. The Nicolay College Art Gallery is running a fiber art exhibit right now featuring local artists. A college student originally from Wisconsin wants to make her campus more hospitable to a popular pollinator.
2 students at Luther College in Iowa have identified 7 types of bees that haven't been recorded in the state before. Grace Olch reports.
Madison native Emmeline Cullen is working to prove the huge impact of native plants through a small tool, a bee.
We've only identified 55 so far, species, but we have quite a few specimen that we've collected that we haven't gone through yet.
Cullen and research partner Gwen Coleman are headed into their junior year at Luther College. They spent their summer analyzing bee diversity on campus. So far, they say they found 7 types of bees that have never been recorded in Iowa.
But we're hoping that this will be like a baseline for future studies that they're able to use.
Anytime these new discoveries lead to a more robust sense of what's there, it's good because people care about those species.
Dan Young is an entomology professor at UW-Madison and the director of the Wisconsin Insect Research Collection. Some of his work focuses on bees. Dr. Young says there are so many different species of this pollinator that in another classroom, one of these cabinets is dedicated solely to storing bees.
As far as that goes, a lot of people don't know how much bees do impact them.
Without pollination by insects,
all you end up with is crops that are pollinated by wind, and you don't end up with a very diverse table. You end up with some cereal crops and some bad beer.
So the end goal for this project is to be able to make recommendations to our college land use council when it comes to having more native plants on campus.
Cullen, Coleman, and Young all say the best way to protect these pollinators is by preserving their natural habitat, like plants that are native to the region.
We'll be back with one final look at your forecast.
Hypnotize your way to savings.
Breathing techniques to help you save.
Looking to make saving a habit?
Yeah, what's the secret?
No secret. Just open a savings account at BMO and we'll give you a cash reward for every month you save.
A cash reward?
Just for saving?
Mm-hmm. And when you open a checking account, we'll give you a $300 bonus to get your new savings habit started.
Love that.
What's your book?
How to get a $300 bonus and a monthly cash reward for saving with BMO.
He literally wrote the book on saving.
That's me on the cover.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
It's Northwoods Furniture's sizzling summer sale going on now. As the summer heats up, so do our sales. Find red-hot store-wide savings at both locations. We have it all. Beautiful furniture and mattresses to fit everyone's comfort and style. Save on select Sealy mattresses, Lazy Boy, and Flex Steel furniture, and more. Enjoy the summer sun, relaxing on quality Amish-built outdoor furniture, all on sale now. Hurry in for best selections. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress in Eagle River, celebrating 15 years in business.
Lance Truck, Lance Truck. We got the trucks now. Lance Truck.
Nobody has more used trucks all on one lot, all priced to move. So when you're ready to buy your next truck, know that all Lens trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move.
We got the trucks now. Lance Truck.
Freeman Merrill Ford is your locally owned Ford dealer for over 30 years, supplying top-rated customer satisfaction. They will make your next vehicle purchase or service easier than you think.
for that great charbroil pure beef burger and golden crispy fries. Satisfy your hunger and cravings at Chip's Hamburgers, the taste you've grown to love for over 50 years.
More than 6,000 acres of public parkland. Just park it in Merrill. A Discover Wisconsin Choice Destination 5 times and best community along the Wisconsin River.
Looking to feed a group? Rhinelander Pub is the fresh, easy choice for nearly any occasion or event, offering full-service custom catering for parties and events of all sizes, providing personalized planning assistance and exceptional service. Partner with us to create an unforgettable event.
Eagle River Real Estate Auction, Sunday, August 21st. 87 acres and 1,200 feet of frontage on the Wisconsin River. Beautiful home and commercial shop. Contact Brass in St. Louis.
So Jessica Conrad, the plan tomorrow is to be live from the Lincoln County Fair at 4, 5, and 6 for y'all at home. But Conrad, we got some weather on the way too.
Yes, we do, Dan. I know, unfortunately, I want to bring out the shades. I wish it was just a sunny and beautiful day tomorrow, but unfortunately, it is not. We're going to get a little bit more of what we had today. Temperatures in the 70s like we have out there right now, and a little bit more rain and thunderstorms tomorrow. Right now, we're not looking too bad, just a few passing clouds, but there's storms all around us, and that's going to continue to push east and into our area tonight. Same thing tomorrow, and once again Saturday, temperatures near average in the mid-70s. Sunday, slight chances of showers when it quickly moves out. Later on in the day, we'll have a good amount of sunshine, but temperatures Monday are going to reach 80 degrees. So finally, some nice and above average temperatures with lots of clearing beginning of next week.
Well, I hope we can make it out tomorrow, but we'll see what happens.
That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here at 10.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio.
Some of the best recipes are often ones we grew up with. You know, the ones that instantly take us back to our childhood. Well, today, we're sharing a recipe that our Test Kitchen director, Patty, grew up with. And you won't believe how